Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Just Some Quads by me, Rangsk. So this continues our quads theme week. So additionally, it is puzzle number 250. Can you believe we've had 250 adventures already? And so every 50 adventures will be constructed by me when at all possible. So far that tradition has held and we are continuing that. So that's why I constructed this one. Normally I'd leave a theme week to the rest of the constructors, but I still wanted to snag number 250. So you'll forgive me for that. But let's go over the rules to this puzzle. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules, which means in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. Additionally, we have quadruples in the grid. That's these circles that are at the corner of 4 quads. And so the digits that appear in the circle have to each appear at least once in the surrounding cells. So one way this could be completed is 4, 5, 6 like this. And this could be anything. This could be a 1. It could even be a repeated 5 if we want. But the key is that each of these digits has to appear in the surrounding cells. So what we can't do is something like this because the 6 is missing. All right, so that's quads. Additionally, we have region sum lines. So that's these blue lines in the grid. Let's take this as an example. So the digits on this blue line, you split them up by which box they appear in. So say these green and these purple. The green cells appear in the same box, the purple cells appear in the same box. And the sum of the digits within each of those segments is the same. So the 2 green cells sum to the same value as the 2 purple cells. So I could do, say, I don't know, what do we want to do? Like 2, 5, 3, 4. That would be one way to do it. These both add to 7. Now, be careful with this line. It's split in 3. And the other thing I'd like to mention is that 2 segments from 2 different lines do not have to add to the same amount, right? These could add to 3, and these could add to 8 or 9. You know, doesn't matter. They don't have to be the same, but within the same line, they must be the same. So that's how those work. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself, and I'm going to get started right now. All right, so I think there's a few ways to get started in this puzzle, but I'm going to take the most straightforward thing to notice is that I think there's a few things you can notice first. I like to notice this first. So can 5 and 6 go like somewhere on this blue line? And the answer is no, because the minimum that this could sum to if it had both 5 and 6 on it is 12, and we can't make 2 digits add to 12 in this box. They'd have to both be 6. That doesn't work. So this is going to be a 5 or 6 as a result. The next thing to kind of think about is this line here. So, in fact, you might have thought about this one first, but what do the segments add to? And we can actually do some math to figure out what they add to. Because column 3, or all columns, all rows, columns, and boxes, they all add to 21 in a 6x6 because they contain the digits 1 to 6. And if you add up the digits 1 to 6, you get 21. And then we need to divide that by 3 because there's 3 segments. It goes through 3 boxes. And so each of these adds to 7. Now 7's a little bit special in 6x6s because you're going to end up with 1 digit from 1, 2, 3 and 1 digit from 4, 5, 6, which is important to remember. So we're going to have 1 that's 1, 6, 1. We're going to have 1, 6, 2, 5, and 3, 4. So from those, can this be... this can't use the 5 or the 6 because the 5 and 6 are occupied over here by this quad. And so the only thing we can do is 3, 4 here, since we can't use the 5 and 6. And then down here, we can't use the 2 because the 2 is occupied over here. So this can't be 2, 5 or 3, 4. So this has to be 1, 6. And so then that leaves the 2, 5 up here. Now that this is a 3, 4 pair, this quad still needs a 3, 4. So that's going to go here. Oops, 3, 4. And then these 2 digits are going to be 1, 6. So now you can ask yourself, can this digit here be a 1? And the answer is no, that's way too low. This would add to a maximum of 5 if this was a 1, and these are certainly going to add to more than 5. So this is a 6, that's a 1. So these actually add to 9 or 10. So the question is, can I, we know that there's a 1 and a 2 on here, along with a 5 or a 6, which we can clean up a little bit. But the key here is 1 and 2 add to 3. So 5 is going to be too small. 1, 2, 5 is 8, and these have to add to at least 9. So actually, we end up with 1, 2, 6. The 5 is here, the 6 is here, and we know that that adds to 9. And so this has to be 6, 3 with a 4 there. And now we can fill some pairs and stuff down here. This is a 2, 4 pair. This is a 3, 5 pair. All right. So this quad is going to need a 4, and this 4 is taken out of those. So we know the 4 is down here. So that gives us the 3 and the 4 here. What else is low-hanging fruit here? This 4 tells us that this 1, 2, 3 triple has to be here for the quad. So this can't be a 6. This is 1 and 6, and this is a 2, 3 pair. This quad needs a 2 in it, and this 2, 3 pair takes it out of these two. So this is the 2 for the quad. That's a 5. All right, what else can we do here? So there's going to be a 1 in here somewhere for the squad to complete. The 1's here, and the 2, 3 are used up here. That's 1, 2, and 3. And so this needs to be from 4, 5, 6, but notice this sees 5 and 6. So this can only be a 4. That places this 4. And then this has to be a 5. So that's 3 and 5. And so now this is either 5 plus 2 is 7. But that's not possible because this would have to be either 2, 5, which isn't possible, or 3, 4, which isn't possible. So this has to be 5 plus 3 is 8, and that makes this 2 and 6. It gives us these digits. This is known. This is a 3. This is a pair. This is 1 and 5. This can't be the 5 though, so we get the 1 and the 5. This quad needs a 5 and a 6 in it. They go like that. And now we should be able to just finish. This is a 1. Here we need a 2 and a 3. We know the order. This pair is 1 and 2. We know the order. It gives us these. And then we need 4 and 6. And we're done. All right, so yeah, I think the key to this puzzle is really just starting in column 3. But I did want to point out that right from the start, before we got into all that, right from the start, where you could put a 5, 6 here, which I think that's just fun. There is one more thing I want to point out, which might be useful in your future solves. I purposely did not make it necessary to spot in this puzzle because I think that would have upped the difficulty quite considerably. But I know I'm going to get comments if I don't mention it. So hopefully people stick around for this and don't just close the video right at the end. But let's look at this here. Notice, and it's not by coincidence, the green cells ended up being an extra region. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if you think about this a little bit, it actually becomes clear why. Because there are 6 cells that are marked in green right now. And the quads, this 1, 2, 3, and this 4, 5, 6, are 6 unique digits. And so we need to put 6 unique digits into 6 cells. And so we can't repeat any. We need exactly 1 of each of 1, 2, 3, and exactly 1 of each of 4, 5, 6, or we won't be able to, the quads will conflict with each other. Additionally, you're going to end up with 2 of the 1, 2, 3s over here and 2 of the 4, 5, 6s over here, because these 2 need to be shared among the 2 quads. We end up with 1 of 1, 2, 3 and 1 of 4, 5, 6 in these 2. So right from the start, if I hit restart, right from the start, you can put 1, 2, 3 here. You can put 4, 5, 6 here. And that can help you with this sum over here, especially if you notice that the, I mean, it's not that this sum is very hard in the first place, but it does allow you to quickly notice that we get the 4, 5, 6s here. And then this can't be 5 or 6. So you get the 4, 3. This can't use the 2, so this is 2, 5, and then this is 1, 6. Additionally, I actually did add, after testing feedback, I actually added this 2 here. The puzzle was very, very interesting and fun without this quad here, without this 2 quad here, but it was deemed a little bit too difficult for this series. So I did end up adding that 2 quad, which did streamline this all quite a bit. So a little bit of setting insight there. I can't really give setting insight for the set of puzzles I didn't set, but I figured for this one I'd show you that. So I purposely started actually with this extra region here, and I thought that sticking this region line down it would be really interesting because of the property, the entropic property, that you need 1 of 1, 2, 3, 1 of 4, 5, 6, and the 1, 2, 3s were forced here. But yeah, Hope you enjoyed this puzzle. Hope you enjoyed some of the setting insights. Maybe give the puzzle a try without this 2 and see how that goes. Just ignore the 2 if you want a little bit of a challenge. And of course, if you enjoyed this content, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.